So when most people think about the Declaration of Independence, they think of all men are created equal, or maybe life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But buried deeper in the Declaration is something that most Americans have never noticed: a complaint about immigration. Wait, it's not like modern complaints about immigration. If you read it closely, it may completely change how you think about the Founding Fathers and immigration. Among the grievances against King George III, Thomas Jefferson included this charge. The king, he wrote, had endeavored to prevent the population of these states obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass other laws to encourage their migrations hither. Think about that for a second. One of the reasons the colonies listed for breaking away from Great Britain was that the crown, the king, was making immigration harder. So why was immigration such a big deal in 1776? Well, because it meant everything. The more people we had coming into the colonies meant the more farmers, the more workers, the more soldiers, the more trade, the more production, the more exploration, the more settlement of Western lands. The colonies were growing fast and they wanted immigrants from Europe to keep coming. But the colonists believed that Britain was slowing that growth, blocking naturalization, restricting land access, and making it harder for foreigners to settle. To Jefferson and to many of the founders, this wasn't just bad policy, it was a threat against the future of America. So this clause tells us something important. The founders didn't just see immigration as something to be tolerated. They often saw it as beneficial. America needed people for labor, for commerce, and for settlement. That doesn't mean that the founders all supported that there were no restraints at all. They had their own biases and their own limitations. But the fact remains, in the nation's founding document, restricting immigration was listed as an act of tyranny. That's remarkable. After independence, the new United States moved quickly to control naturalization itself. In 1790, under President George Washington, Congress passed the first U.S. naturalization law. So the founders didn't reject immigration. They wanted America, not Britain. They wanted America to decide who became an American. And that distinction mattered deeply to them. So here's the big takeaway. Before America was even officially a nation, its founders were already fighting over immigration, citizenship, and who gets to belong. And in one of the strongest documents in American history, they treated immigration restrictions as something close to political oppression. Wow. What do you think? Has America stayed true to its original vision or moved away from it? What do you think?